हाय एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू अनदर बुक रीडिंग सेशन। आज की हमारा बुक रीडिंग का जो टॉपिक है वो एडवांस ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री बाय अरुण भल एंड बी एस भल। ठीक है। एंड जाहिर सी बात है ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री, सो इंट्रोडक्शन से स्टार्ट करेंगे। There are two main classes of organic compound, of chemical compound known as inorganic and organic. There are two main classes of a chemical compound, that is inorganic and organic. More than a century ago, all substances then known were classified on the basis of a source from which they were derived. The compound which were of a mineral origin were known as inorganic, and those of a vegetable or animal origin were called organic. For example, table salt, marble, carbon dioxide were inorganic, whereas acetic acid from vinegar, alcohol from wine, tartaric acid from grapes, citric acid from lemon, and sucrose from sugarcane were organic. It was assumed that the organic compound could be produced only by living matters, for living matters was thought to possess a vital force. As long as this concept prevailed, no effort was made to produce organic compound in the laboratory, and the vital force theory long went unchallenged. In 1828, the German chemist Friedrich Euler heated ammonium cyanate derived from inorganic substances and obtained the organic compound urea. The urea formed in this way proved to identical in all respect with urea isolated from urine. सो KOCN ये पोटासियम साइनेट का है। ठीक है, इसका नाम पोटासियम साइनेट का नाम है KOCN प्लस NH4Cl। जब ये दोनों रिएक्शन करेंगे एंड हीट देने पर ये KCl प्लस NH4OCN हो जाएगा। NH4OCN जो होता है वो अमोनियम सियानेट होता है। इस हीट देने पर NH2C डबल बॉन्ड O NH2 होता है, जिसका नाम है यूरिया। This synthesis of organic compound from totally inorganic material did not immediately break down the old concept. However, in the following year, synthesis of many organic compounds were achieved. Thus, by 1850, the vital force theory was finally and decisively disproved. It had become evident, however, that most of the compound formed by living cell मतलब plant or animal contained carbon. Hence, the emphasis was shifted from origin to composition, and organic compound came to be considered as those containing carbon. Now, definition of organic chemistry. Although original meaning of the term organic chemistry no longer applies, it has been retained because of wide usage and also because so many of the substances involved in organic chemistry do come directly and or indirectly from living matters. The modern definition may most simply be stated as organic chemistry is defined as the study of carbon compounds. However, there are several एक्सेप्शन जैसे कि कार्बन मोनोक्साइड, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड CO2, कार्बन डाइसल्फाइड CH2, कार्बोनेट्स एग्जाम्पल हो गया Na2CO3, बाइकार्बोनेट एग्जाम्पल हो गया NaHCO3, सियानाइड एग्जाम्पल हो गया KCN, थायोसियानेट एग्जाम्पल हो गया NaSCN, सियानेट्स एग्जाम्पल हो गया KOCN, कार्बाइड्स एग्जाम्पल हो गया CaC2. These compounds are studied as part of inorganic chemistry because of their properties. Now, organic chemistry as a separate subject. Organic chemistry obey the same fundamental laws of chemistry that holds for inorganic compounds. However, they are studied as a separate discipline because of the following reason: large number of compounds. There are approximately 150,000 known inorganic compound, and this number is not rapidly increasing. On the other hand, there are over 35 million known organic compound, and several thousand of new compound are synthesized each year. If the study of 10 million organic compound was included with that of the carbon under inorganic chemistry, it would throw the subject out of balance. Now the position of carbon in the periodic table. Other element commonly found in the organic compound are shown in the color typically used to represent them. Okay. यूनिक केमिकल एंड फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज, ठीक है, यूनिक फिजिकल एंड केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज. देयर आर मार्क्ड डिफरेंस बिटवीन कंपोजिशन, स्ट्रक्चर एंड प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक एंड इनऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड, टेबल 1.1, ठीक है, which make their study as a separate branch more practical and useful. Unique character of carbon. Carbon has the ability to bond successively to other carbon atom to form chain of varying length and shape. This property of carbon is called catenation and is responsible for the variety of a large number of organic compound. A comparison of properties of organic and inorganic compounds. So this is organic column, this is inorganic column. सो ऑर्गेनिक क्या होता है? लो मेल्टिंग पॉइंट होता है. इनऑर्गेनिक हाई मेल्टिंग पॉइंट. ऑर्गेनिक लो बॉइलिंग पॉइंट, इनऑर्गेनिक हाई बॉइलिंग पॉइंट. ऑर्गेनिक में लो सॉल्युबिलिटी इन वाटर, हाई सॉल्युबिलिटी इन नॉन पोलर सॉल्वेंट, जबकि इनऑर्गेनिक में हाई सॉल्युबिलिटी इन वाटर, लो सॉल्युबिलिटी इन नॉन पोलर सॉल्वेंट. ऑर्गेनिक क्या होता है? फ्लेमेबल होता है. इनऑर्गेनिक नॉन फ्लेमेबल होता है. सॉल्यूशन आर नॉन कंडक्टर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ऑर्गेनिक के केस में, जबकि इनऑर्गेनिक में सॉल्यूशन आर कंडक्टर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. ऑर्गेनिक की अगर हम बात करेंगे एग्जिबिट कोवैलेंट बॉन्डिंग, जबकि यहाँ पर एग्जिबिट आयोनिक बॉन्डिंग. ऑर्गेनिक की बात करें तो एग्जिबिट आइसोमेरिज्म, जबकि यहाँ पर आइसोमर्स आर लिमिटेड टू ए फ्यू एक्सेप्शन. एग्जाम्पल हो गया ट्रांजिशन एलिमेंट्स. नाउ ऑर्गेनिक केमिकल रिएक्शन आर यूजुअली यहाँ पर स्लो होता है, जबकि इनऑर्गेनिक में केमिकल रिएक्शन आर फास्ट. ठीक है. नाउ 10 million of organic compound are known today. Vigorous research is going on to synthesize new compound. 300 new compounds are coming of every day. आप इसे सोच सकते हो. 300 न्यू कंपाउंड आर कमिंग ऑफ एवरी डे. हर दिन 300 न्यू कंपाउंड मतलब आ रहा है. Development of organic compound. Organic chemistry developed with reasonable speed along with their other branches of chemistry until 1856. The preparation of Mauvie dye by Perkin, England, is in that year, and of Fuscin in France in 1859 touched of explosive activity in the chemistry of coal tar and its components. Thus, organic chemistry become commercially valuable and rest ahead in those part of the subject not related to living organism. It was not until the period from about 1920 से लेकर के 1940 when the science had advanced enough to allow better understanding of the molecules of life that the emphasis begins to swing back to the compound of carbon derived from the living systems, organic product and industries. It is probably easier to make a list of what organic chemistry is not about than of what it is about. However, here is a partial list of products of organic chemical origin: antibiotics, drug, anesthetics, vitamin, enzyme, nucleic acid, hormone, steroid, protein, fats, oil, carbohydrate, insecticide, herbicides, paints, varnishes, dyes, synthetic polymers, fiber, seeds, articles, elastics, plastics, परफ्यूम, फ्लेवर, हर जगह में ये यूज होता है. Industry based on technology derived from organic chemistry are many and varied. We list a few: petroleum refining, coal tar products, sugar refining, pulp and paper, fermentation, agriculture and agricultural byproduct, pharmaceutical polymers, leather, paints and varnishes. ठीक है. Now, organic product and their industry: crude and petroleum, cooking gas, soap, detergent, anesthetic, paint dyes, medicine, coffee, insecticide, polymers, artificial sweetener, carbohydrate, proteins. तो हर जगह में ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री ने अपना रुतबा दिखाया है. Now, source of a organic compound. Historically, as has been mentioned, all organic compound at one time came from plants or animal. Many of our most important substances are still derived from these sources directly or indirectly, plants and animals. Many organic compounds are obtained directly from plants or animal sources by suitable method of isolation. A few familiar examples are carbohydrate, cellulose, sugar, starches. प्रोटीन में आपका सिल्क, ऊल, केजिन, फूड प्रोटीन्स. फैट एंड ऑयल्स में कॉटन सीड, सोयाबीन ऑयल, लाड एंड बटर. अल्कालॉइड्स में क्विनाइन, मॉर्फिन, स्ट्रिचनिन. हॉर्मोन्स, विटामिन, परफ्यूम्स, फ्लेवर, रेजिन्स. natural gas and petroleum. Natural gas and petroleum are now the major source of organic compound. They are used as fuel and also through synthetic organic reaction for the production of a hundred of useful organic substances such as solvents, synthetic rubber, explosives, and plastics. Coal. Coal is another major source of organic compound. It yields coke and coal tar on pyrolysis or destructive distillation. More than 200 organic compounds have been directly isolated from coal tar. These coal tar products from the starting material for the manufacture of thousands of useful aromatic compound including perfume, drugs, dyes, photographic developer and others. Fermentation. Fermentation is defined as the production of chemicals by the action of a microorganism. By employing appropriate organism, host of useful substance are produced, including alcohol, acid, vitamins, antibiotics. Synthesis. Simple organic compound derived from petroleum or coal have been converted into thousands of useful material by synthetic methods. Many examples might be cited of a synthetic organic compound replacing those obtained from natural sources, such as dyes, rubber, fiber, plastics, drugs, vitamin. In many cases, the synthetic material are superior to the natural compound replaced. For example, synthetic dyes are superior to those of a natural origin. In other cases, the synthetic material are entirely unknown in nature and feel the requirement not satisfied from any other source. Example are ether, glycol, aspirin, and sulfa drugs. Synthetic organic chemistry touches almost every phase of life. Classification of organic compound. Organic compound are divided into five major categories. Aliphatic compound. Compound which consist of open chain of carbon atom are called aliphatic compound. There is no limit to the number of atom involved. Example are ethane, CH3, CH3, propane, CH3, CH2, CH3, ethyl alcohol, CH3, CH2, COH, acetic acid, CH3, COH, N-butyl amine, CH3, CH2, 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 NH2. Then saturated and unsaturated compounds. Compound which contain only carbon and hydrogen are called as hydrocarbon. A hydrocarbon is said to be saturated if it contains only carbon-carbon single bond. A hydrocarbon is said to be unsaturated if it contains carbon-carbon double bond or carbon-carbon triple multiple bonds. Example are ethane, CH3 CH2 ये सैचुरेटेड है. एथिलीन CH2 ये अनसैचुरेटेड है. एसिटिलीन CH1 ये भी अनसैचुरेटेड है. The term unsaturation is also sometimes used to describe a compound containing multiple bonds between other pair of atom. Example हो गया C double bond O, C triple bond N. Then aromatic compound. Benzene and all compound that have structure and chemical properties resembling benzene are called as aromatic compound. Examples are ये बेंजीन का स्ट्रक्चर 6 मेंबर रिंग. देन बेंजीन के ऊपर अगर NH2 ग्रुप लग गया तो ये अनिलीन हो जाएगा. बेंजीन के साथ ये 6 मेंबर रिंग और एक लग जाएगा एंड यहाँ पर सिंगल बॉन्ड 2 आ जाएगा. सॉरी डबल बॉन्ड अगर आ जाएगा 2 तो ये नैप्थलीन हो जाएगा. Alicyclic compound. So cyclic compound which consist only of a carbon atom are called as alicyclic or carbocyclic compound. Example are cyclopropane, cyclobutane, cyclohexane. Then heterocyclic compound में cyclic compound in which the ring atom are of carbon and some other element. For example, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen are called heterocyclic compound. Example are ethylene oxide, pyridine, quinoline. ठीक है. Now functional group. A functional group is the reactive part of an organic molecule. A functional group may be single atom or group of atom. Double and triple bond are functional group. Other example include ClBrOH NH2 group. The functional group is the action group. The hydrocarbon portion of the molecule remains inert. सो CH3 CH2 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 OH, तो यहाँ पर ये जो OH वाला है ये फंक्शनल ग्रुप है एंड ये जितने भी होता है ये आपका हाइड्रोकार्बन पोर्शन जो कि आपका इनएक्टिव हमेशा रहता है, इसका कोई वैल्यू नहीं। बट फंक्शनल ग्रुप क्या होता है, ये असल में काम करता है। ठीक है, तो हाइड्रोकार्बन पोर्शन को हम R से डिनोट कर सकते हैं। We often use the symbol R to represent the hydrocarbon portion, जो अभी अभी बताया, to which the functional group is attached. Thus R can be CH3 CH3 CH2 CH3 2CH or any other group of carbon and hydrogen atom with one free valency by which the functional group is attached. Table 1.2 shows some common functional groups and the corresponding classes of compound. Each functional group undergoes characteristic reaction. By recognizing the functional group in a molecule, it is possible to predict the reaction which that molecule will undergoes. The concept of a functional group is important to organic chemistry for three reasons. Now, functional groups serve as the basis for nomenclature, मतलब naming of organic compound. Functional groups serve to classify organic compound into classes, मतलब families. All compounds with same functional group belongs to the same class. A functional group is a site of chemical reactivity in a molecule. Compound in the same class have similar chemical properties. A molecule can contain more than one functional group. It is then said to be polyfunctional, and the properties of each functional group may be modified by the presence of others. तो आज के वीडियो के लिए इतना ही। आज के बुक रीडिंग सेशन में हमने मतलब पूरा यहाँ तक कवर कर दिया। सो अगले बुक रीडिंग सेशन में किसी और टॉपिक के साथ मिलूंगा, तब तक के लिए जय हिंद, वंदे